So, we're going to talk about this. And you know what? Like, look, this season's over. This season's over. Eventually, we're going to forget about this. Genuinely. Eventually, we're going to forget about this right here. However, by eventually, doesn't mean today now, does it? It doesn't mean today. Today, we're still celebrating. I'm annoyed because I'm currently moving between two houses and my car got stolen while I was away a few weeks ago. So it's like, can't bring all my stuff without a car. So it's like having to rely on other people to give lifts to and from. So I'm like, my Aces jersey is still in my old house. So I'm hopefully we'll have the Aces jersey on to celebrate at some stage. But yeah, this was still the funniest thing, where you've got Alyssa Thomas here calling out, or basically shouting at the Fever fans she came to play for a real team. Say that she went to play for a real team. You know who I call the real team? Do you know the team that I call the real team? The team that fought. The team that fought no matter what. The team that didn't matter who showed up on the day. It didn't matter if... Heck, it didn't even matter if Kelsey Mitchell was there. It didn't even matter if Kelsey Mitchell was there. Kelsey Mitchell didn't have to be there. Even when Kelsey wasn't there, they were still fighting. They were still hooping. Like, when she wasn't there, they were still killing it. And obviously, look, when Kelsey was there, it was a different story, because when Kelsey was there, she was their offense. And when Caitlin was there, if Caitlin was there, Caitlin wasn't there. If Kelsey was there, Kelsey wasn't there. If Aaliyah was in foul trouble, if Natasha Howard was on or off the court, they gave their all and they competed no matter what. They competed no matter what. I call that the real team. I would call that I'm not going to say they're the real winners, the Las Vegas Aces are. Like, the Aces, nobody thought the Aces were going to win the title. Let's be very honest. On August the 3rd, when they had just lost by 53 points, they were currently, if I'm not mistaken, they were the 9th seed. Nobody thought they were going to win the title. Nobody did. Like, they really struggled. They struggled for a little bit after the Alyssa Smith trade. Like, they'd lost twice to the Fever. And nobody thought they were winning a title. Absolutely nobody did. And it's fine. It's fine to admit that. It's fine to say it. Like, yeah, we kind of underestimate this team. Because I did. I absolutely underestimated this team. I'm not going to pretend that I didn't. I'm absolutely not going to be there and pretend like, that I expected the Las Vegas Aces to win a title. Man, I didn't think they were going to... I thought they were going to make the finals and the playoffs, and I still don't even think they make the finals. Coming through the other side, facing the Lynx or even the Liberties. The Liberty just kept beating them. But at the end of the day, whenever it was injured, maybe they could have. But Alyssa Thomas there, play for the real team. How did her team go out? Their coach got chucked. She was horrendous at times in the finals. She did nearly have a quadruple double in the finals. She did nearly have the first ever WNBA maybe was it the first ever WNBA quadruple double? I think it was the first WNBA quadruple double. Like, that's one of those things. Like, she's out here getting quadruple doubles. But at the end of the day, I just love seeing this. I love seeing this right here. Play for a real team. Always love this. They were acting tough for being up 12 in the hospital fever and they lost this game. Yeah, let's not forget that. They lost this game. They lost this. Not only that, they lost this game. Someone said team that made it further than you. Oh no, like, they made it further because, they faced the injured. They faced Liberty after Stewie got hurt in the first round. By the way, before Stewie got hurt, They were down in that series. They were down in that series before Stewie got hurt. They faced the Lynx. When Fee got hurt, 1-1. And Dejanay, who would have been huge in that series, by the way, injured. So they beat Stewie hurt, the injured Lynx, and then they faced the first healthy team they faced, and they won. I was saying they lost. And they lost. And how they went out is very, like, how you go out is different. Making it further just to get swept while, you know, going out and crashing out, your coach crashing out, getting himself tossed from the game. And I mean, in fairness, like they did, I'm not going to question the effort of the players. They fought their way back into that game. But like, you're in game 4. It's a massive one. Or even game 3. You have a chance to bring the series back. And what do? You fought in the fourth quarter, sure. Why did you have to wait till the fourth quarter to start fighting when you're down 17? You got down 20 in the second quarter of game 4, a win or go home game, and then you just crash out. Like that's, I'm not out here calling the Phoenix Mercury not a real team, but I mean, if you're gonna do this and then call the Fever not a real team, heck, they're more of a real team than more of a real team than the Mercury are with that. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, it's a fun one. It is a fun one listening to Alyssa Thomas or looking back at this. It's a fun one seeing Alyssa Thomas and DeWanna Bonner lose. It is. It is objectively a fun one to see them lose. Because if your team is not going to win, it's great seeing your rivals lose. As a Leeds United fan, we didn't win for so many years. We didn't win. We weren't in the Premier League for nearly 20 years. I grew up with us in League One. So watching the scum on the red side of Manchester crash out of the Champions League in 2012 in a group with like Basel, and then losing in the Europa League that year when they were at the top of their game with Fergie to Athletic Bilbao. Shout out Bielsa, the GOAT. They were the things you lived for. There is sporting hate in my heart. There always is. There's only there's two things in sports: supporting the teams I support and rooting against the rivals of the teams I support. And I'm going to do both of them. And this is obviously the latter. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.